Unless you live in a cave, you'll know that Meta AI has suddenly become a contact in your WhatsApp or Instagram. But before you use it, watch on, cause you must really know about this latest AI that's set to change the world. Like how Chatgpt make Gombilang graduate with a first class honours, even when she's those kind of stupid idiots who send a hi and then expect you to hello back before she talk about the real stuff. Abe Gombilang, last warning, you last.
Gong like Gombilang.
So, in Singapore and some other countries, our WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook now have a new feature, Meta AI. Basically, you can think of it like Chatgpt has become one of your contacts in your WhatsApp account. You can even bring in that chatbot into a group chat. Like, if a colleague says something stupid, then you can ask the chatbot if that's indeed stupid or not, since there are no emotions. For Instagram and Facebook, it's almost the same, except that you can use it to interact with the contents. Now, I know the only concern you have is this. Does that mean that Meta will have access to our messages and contents? No, unless you bring it into a chat and then ask it questions. The chatbot is known as Meta AI, and chances are, as soon as your apps are updated, they should be in your app. So if you have no friends, you can pretend to chat with Meta AI, and then from afar, you look like you're on WhatsApp messaging someone when you're just talking to yourself, you poor freak who's alone like a cheeseburger, which I can understand. Now, why is this groundbreaking? You see, you might be thinking, okay, Meta finally joined the AI game, which is why it's groundbreaking. Or our most used apps now have AI in it, so don't need ChatGPT. Actually, no. You see, for a start, this isn't Meta's first foray into AI. You have noticed that it's Llama 3, and there are Llama 1 and Llama 2. Also, throughout the past year, you might have read about Meta's AI technology, how they are watermarking their images or whatnot. But here's the thing, this is Meta's first AI for the general users. Okay, to put it simply, just think of Llama 1 and Llama 2 as electric engines that can only be put into buses. The public won't be able to buy them and use them, since they are put just inside commercial buses. But Llama 3 is electric engines that can be put into normal cars. So for the first time, we can use them since we can buy cars. And what Meta did is that they also put this electric engine to power many of the things that we use often, like maybe our smartphone or our toilet bowls. So what happens is that Llama 1 and 2 is mainly for developers and researchers to use. Like for example, maybe a customer service chatbot that is put through from a telco might be powered by Llama. If you think that you are talking to a real person, then you should know how scary Llama is. Llama 3 is for general use, which is why it's not embedded into our apps. And also they have a website like Chatgpt for you to talk to. Now, this isn't groundbreaking too. Instead, it's something else.
I know cause it's free, right?
Bodoh you are using Meta products. Meta products where got free one? Nabe! What's groundbreaking is that Llama is open source. The largest AIs now, ChatGPT by OpenAI and Gemini by Google, aren't open source. Now, Simi is open source. Basically, it's like they let the world see how the AI is built, and then people see, they can improve on it. Just think of it this way. The people who create feedback and code the other AI models are just people within the company. However, for open source models, everyone in the world, even your 3-year-old cat, can create feedback and code the AI models. But of course, eventually, the main developer will approve and update it. In other words, open source means that anyone can contribute to its development, which usually lead to a better product, like for example, Android. Of course, you have lots of clones, cause people can easily clone an Android. Now, it should be noted that for Llama, its dataset, which is what info is used to train it, isn't open source, but just the other thing known as the modern weights. This is cheap to explain, but just know this, with it being open source, the world is going to change soon.
Because the very first day
there is always to. Now, you must watch this video on why it was once mentioned that AI might be dangerous. Also subscribe to us if you think it becomes smarter.